Everyone plays the game of life, and in the game of life, there's only two guarantees. The first fact is the fact that you only get one shot to play the game, and the second fact is the fact that the game will at some point end. The game starts and ends at different times in different places for everybody, but what truly matters is what you do while you're actually here and in the game. There's a big difference between just merely breathing and getting by and actually living. My name is Jeremy Ray, but no matter what your name is, I'm gonna ask you to sit with me for the next 15 minutes and focus, because this video can be life-changing if you let it be. So arguably the most desirable thing in most people's lives is success, and although success is something that's very sought after and a thing that a lot of people want to achieve, very few ever actually get to the point where they achieve real success. Ever since I was young, I've been obsessed with trying to peel back the curtains and really understand what this 7-letter word success really means.
When you were probably 2-3 years old, you started doing things your own way.
And can relate to my curiosity on this topic, I'm gonna ask you to sit back and close your eyes. Imagine the word success, and imagine the things you could do, places you could go, and people you could see if you were able to even bite off a little sliver of this amazing word success. Now let me ask you one last thing. What would your life look like, and what would you be if you became everything that you ever wanted?
Now come on, don't get distracted. You have to stay focused.
Imagine a line, a straight line that goes on forever and ever. Sadly, if it represented your life, it wouldn't go on forever and ever. And although we wish it did, life doesn't go on forever and ever either. So to be more accurate, imagine that line now had an end. It no longer went on forever and ever anymore, and it now has an end point. Then imagine between the start and the end of that line, there's a bunch of other smaller lines, and those smaller lines represent the things you do throughout your life, mainly the memories you have and the lessons that you learn. If you really had a timeline like this of your life that you could take a look at on a daily basis, you would have a very accurate way of recording and reporting on how you're doing, what you're achieving, where you're going, and if you're on the right trajectory to hit the goals and the things that you really want to hit and do in your life. The main point of doing that exercise actually isn't for you to draw out every single thing that's happened in your life and be super exact. It's to get you seen from a new perspective. A perspective that I call the outside looking in perspective. The reason why looking at your life in this outside looking in perspective is so powerful and so crucial to your success is because it allows you to take a step back and realize where you are, where you've been, and where you want to go, and to realize if you're on the right trajectory to really get to where you want to be. Now that you guys understand the basics of the outside looking in perspective and this way of thinking, I'm gonna actually start breaking down the top benefits that thinking this way has and how they could affect you and help you get closer to your goals each and every day, starting right now. So number one, you guys, when you see from an outside looking in perspective on your life, you really see the amount of time that you actually have. And what I mean by this is the amount of time that you have to get things done and to actually do things. Everybody's always so rushed, always so nervous, and always so anxious about getting stuff done now, myself included, and I'm sure a lot of other entrepreneurs watching this can relate, or just a lot of people in general. You guys, as many know, what causes anxiety is stress, unsurety, and feeling like you're running out of time, or like you're not gonna be able to get something done, or you're unsure on the outcome that's gonna be produced because you might not have time, you might be in a rush, you might not understand something fully. Those things are what cause anxiety a lot of the times in your life, and if you guys wanna avoid that, you really need to be good at understanding the time that you have and understanding that you will be able to get there, but it's just not gonna happen overnight. If you guys are looking at your life from this bird's eye view all the time, as soon as something bad happens and you learn from it, you're gonna be able to keep that mental log of when that event happened, how you got through it, what you did to get through it, and then next time that happens again, you're gonna already know the answer to how to get through that, so therefore it's not gonna be as big of a problem or issue or a concern as it was the first time. And this is how you slightly start to build up a mental bookshelf of tips, tricks, and tools that just help you get through life way quicker. But if you don't take the time to see your life from a bird's eye view, a lot of these lessons can just get lost in daily life, you guys. You might learn a very big lesson and then have a notification ring ring on your phone, check Snapchat, and forgot what you just were thinking about. And the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the ability to be real with your life and the ability to really break it down and understand where you're at. You need to completely take away all of your cockiness, all of the stuff that you feel, all of your ego, and just push it all to the side and truly see where you're at. You guys, I'll never forget when I was working as a janitor and I wanted to do all these crazy things in my life. I had feelings of wanting to be a business owner, wanting to do all these great things, but when I took a step back in my life and went and did a bird's eye view, you guys, I was being a janitor, and I knew that if I was looking from a bird's eye view at my life and I didn't have any of my ego, my life track would look like I was on track to be a, janitor for the rest of my life. So when I took that step back and realized that, I decided to make a change. It was being brutally honest with myself, which was hard to do, that made me decide to quit that job and get started in e-commerce, which eventually went on to change my life. But I would have never made that decision had I not been real with myself. And if you guys can't be real with yourselves without any ego and remove your ego completely from the situation, you will not be successful. What even is achieving everything you ever wanted? And what does that even mean to me? Because at the end of the day, that's why you clicked on this video. That's what this whole video is about, is how I got to the point where I achieved everything that I wanted to in life by the time I was 21. So in this section of the video, I'm gonna explain to you what that means to me and what that kind of looks like. So you guys, as far as achieving everything that I've ever wanted to do in life up to this point, I have successfully done so, and I could say that with superior premium confidence that I have done that. And the reason is because I'm exactly where I want to be, and I believe that I have put in the effort in order to be able to say something like that and actually mean it. You guys, you need to understand that above everything, being where you want to be doesn't necessarily mean you've achieved the materialistic items that you want to have. Of course, there's things that later on in my life I want to have. I want to have a very, very cool house. I want to have a bunch of awesome rental properties. I want to own a school and have multiple school buildings around the nation. I want to do a lot of really big things, and of course, I have not got there yet. But all in all, the real way to get to where you want to be ultimately in life and how to achieve everything that you've ever dreamed of and everything you've ever wanted is all just a mindset, you guys. What I mean by mindset, you guys, is the mindset that you have about life on a day-to-day basis and how you see the world. If you see the world from a perspective of somebody who's just waiting around, wishing something would happen, hoping something might change, hoping somebody might come and help or somebody might save the day, you're gonna be depressed, you're not gonna feel good, you're gonna feel out of control of your life, and it's ultimately just gonna pull and drag you down. Understand that right now is where you need to be, and then next, understand that the next thing you need to do is use your right now to make your future and your tomorrow even better.